inside the car almost. Like it's intense. It's a lot. Sam and Dean are then on the scene, and Sam is working. Dean is hitting on girls and like hamming up the demon deals, which like works on Sam. Sam's just like, oh yeah, you did sell your soul. I guess I will do what you want. And that just works. Bobby is in a suit, which is the first time we've ever seen Bobby in like a outfit that isn't his like normal outfit. And he looks so cute.
Yeah.
And he's like, the lady wasn't possessed. She just really, really wanted those shoes, which is interesting.
Suspicious.
Yeah. Sam's hair is also really improved. I noticed in this scene, like just even from last season, it's really looking good. Unfortunately, it has not helped him figure out anything that's going on around here. He has no answers.
I was thinking this whole episode that he looks so small because we're watching season 4 and he's just like so jacked.
Really beefs up between season 3 and 4.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is a child. It's a little kid.
I'd say like season 6 is like peak buffness, but season 3 to season 4 is a big change.
Yeah, stuff happens. He's got to step up, go to the gym.
Yeah. Well, Jared was just so small when they filmed the first season. Like he was actually 22 when they filmed. So he's of an age with Sam in real life. So he's just a baby. I say so. I'm not currently 22. Dean points out a security camera that Bobby and Sam somehow missed, which is very out of character for both of them. And that leads them to their guy from Oak Park. And Sam walks out of the store alone, and Blondie of the Night appears and starts following him, which Sam gets weirded out by, but he doesn't see her. He doesn't like catch her. So she just gets away with following him around. And Dean and Bobby go on a stakeout to find the guy. And Sam like scares them. He knocks on the window, which is very fun.
Yeah, when he scares them. It's so great.
Always love that.
Sam has found some info. Their guy is Walter Rosen from Oak Park. He's been missing since the Devil's Gate opened and probably is possessed, which
Shocking.
is great info to have because immediately after Sam finishes telling us that, he arrives. Almost like that was perfectly choreographed.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in this episode that are like,
oh, we're done with the exposition. It's time for the action thing to happen.
Yeah, we just found this information out. Like, don't worry about it.
Time for it to be very, very relevant. Bobby wants to tail him because he's like, this could be like a really powerful demon and we're not going to help anybody with anything if we all die. Unfortunately, Tamara and Isaac roll up right behind Walter. I've really gotten the hang of Tamara now. It's like really all about just like being prepared.
Yeah, you've got it.
But Isaac is about to confront Walter when the bartender grabs him, and he's also a demon. And so is the waitress, and so are some of the patrons. They're very outnumbered.
Oh no.
Luckily, the Winchesters and Bobby are here to maybe help, maybe also be held captive. But they don't do much for helping wise in this scene. They're not helpful.
No, they cannot get that door open.
But the demons start joking about assaulting Tamara, which is sticky, but demon-y, I guess. And
So lovely to listen to.
one suggests Isaac drinks drain cleaner, and he does, which is very bad for you, and he dies.
Yeah, that was kind of graphic.
It was very long. We could have cut that in like half.
Yeah.
The point was across, and we just kept going, but it's fine.
I got so grossed out, like when one of the demons says, man, you walked into the wrong place to the two of them. Like it just has this like such a haunting like feel because all the demons are white. And also one of them, the one who plays Greed, that actress also plays Mirabelle, the angel in Lily Saunders Has Some Regret.
I didn't notice that, but
I did, but I love that episode, so I was just like, that's her.
Does she survive? Do you remember if she's one of the people that survives this episode?
No, she's in the grave, so
maybe she has a twin and they're both just like prime vessel material.
Yeah.
That really sucks for them.
Yeah, it's fine. They get Walter in the trunk of the Impala and they just go and they take him to the farmhouse that they've just taken over. I hope that the dead family was like stayed at the morgue, like they're completely gone, because I imagine that house is still disgusting, but
probably smells.
Yeah, do they not have
weird.
any loved ones that are like trying to
contact them in some way?
Yeah, contact them or like, grieve them maybe in their home. Or
Guess not.
Apparently not. Tamara is adamant that she's going back for Isaac, and Dean's like, fine, you can't go yourself, but I'll go with you. And Sam yells, it's suicide, Dean. And he yells back, so what? I'm dead already. Like, maybe you can die early. If you go out and get yourself killed like 358 days too early, they're still going to collect your soul. It's not like you only have a year to live and like you can't die before that year is up. Like, could die at any time.
Yeah.
This is in character.
I can sense a brotherly chat coming soon if you keep acting like this. And we know how much you hate those, Dean.
Bobby has just kind of decided that they're up against the 7 deadly sins, and Dean makes a very badly received Brad Pitt 7 reference.
I wish someone had laughed.
Not a single one laughed. He even tried to explain the reference, and still no one looked like they understood anything.
Right. It's okay, Dean. We thought it was funny.
It's fine. Bobby's book is the Binsfield classification of demons, and the sins are associated with some very familiar names. I'm going to list them off, and then we're not going to talk about it. Pride is associated with Lucifer, greed with Mammon, lust Asmodeus, envy Leviathan, gluttony Beelzebub, wrath Satan, and sloth Belphegor, whose name still makes me feel with a bizarre combination of rage and amazement 2 years after the fact. But
who's to say why? You don't know why.
Those are some names to think about and just keep in mind.
Yeah.
Tamara is just blinded with the need for vengeance, but Bobby is not going to be rushed into an early grave by anybody, least of all Tamara.
I love Bobby. I was so annoyed with him in this scene. He's like screaming at her.
Yeah, he lost his temper. I think that might be the first time Bobby's ever really lost his temper. Like, even when Dean like yelled at him when Sam died in season 2, like Bobby did not yell back at him. Even when he found out Dean sold his soul, he didn't raise his voice the way he does with Tamara.
Yeah, like he's upset.
He's really at the end of his rope here.
Bobby is not dying today, and that is final.
Like, she just lost her like husband.
I think she needed that, though, to be honest. I think she did need someone to yell at her, and Sam and Dean weren't gonna do it. But it's time to interrogate our hostage, who is super chatty, and he quotes the Bible with "I am Legion, for we are many," which I think a demon said to Jesus once.
Probably. I'll Google it. As I said, I didn't have any time to do research. Although I did Google like 7 deadly sins, and I wish I had time to do research because there's a lot of interesting stuff here.
They're pretty well used and stuff, and they have a long history. The other sins are coming for them, but Dean says they'll be too late to get there. The exorcism portion of their evening has begun, so they're going to exorcise Walter. I don't even remember which sin he has, to be honest.
Envy.
Yeah, Envy.
Which one is Walter?
The blonde
guy,
one.
He's the Oak Park one.
Oh, the trash guy. Yeah,
the
Envy,
trash guy.
Because of the shoes.
Right, that makes sense.
The green shoes.
Yeah, the green shoes.
Green with envy.
Yep.
I'm putting it together. I'm connecting the dots.
We are smart people.
I'm sure Kim Manners and the prop department had a great time with like, what color should the shoes be? The shoes should be green.
Yeah.
Dean offers to stay behind and buy them some time, and Bobby and Sam overrule them again. They're like, if we're going down, we're all going down together, and we'll just have to go down swinging. Like, those are your options. We're not leaving you behind. Again, Dean, you can still die early. Nothing is stopping you.
Also, I Googled the I am Legion thing, and it's from Mark 5:9, and a demon does say it to Jesus.
See, I know some stuff sometimes.
Good job.
The radio turns itself on, which is never a good sign, and I Shall Not Be Moved by J.B. Burnett starts playing. They did not have this on Spotify, so I have substituted on the Supernatural playlist with the Johnny Cash version.
Cool.
Which exists, apparently. There's a close-up shot of a salt ring, which is a really nice touch. I don't know if we've ever focused on the fact that salt is salt. We got a very close-up, like, detailed shot on the salt ring, which we almost never get. Like, we can make out individual salt grains.
Ooh, minerals.
I was thinking, like, because, like, demons are the whole, they're the whole thing of this episode. Like, you guys let out all the demons, blah, blah, blah. Like, how often have we seen them besides Azazel at this point? Like, there's obviously the, like,
we've got Meg.
Episode.
We had the whole Meg storyline.
Yeah.
And that. But yeah, the demons have been pretty rare up to this point. Although Bobby told us that pre-season 1, like, maybe he heard of, like, 3 or 4 demon possessions a year. Like, and that's even, like, ones he heard about. And then that first year, like, during, like, while they were looking for John, he heard of 27 that year. Like, while the special children's storyline was starting to ramp up. And then they just let out, like, at least 200 demons.
It's funny that they kind of know how many, like...
Sam just arbitrarily decided that it was, like, 100 or 200 at least.
Maybe he can
just take his word for it.
They were like, I wonder how many demons got out. And Sam's like, I don't know, 100, maybe 200. And we're like, okay, Sam, were you counting? But whatever.
Doesn't matter. there enough to question it.
Just these 7 are plenty to deal with. So like 193 more is too many.
They're the ones with egos.
Isaac is outside screaming for Tamara, which is intense, saying he needs her help, but Bobby insists he's possessed, and Isaac like screams all the details about their daughter being killed by monsters to like prove it's him, but he's possessed.
And he's still got like blood and drain cleaner all over his face. So like
it looks horrible.
Definitely not coming back.
And you can tell that Tamara wants to open that door, but she doesn't. I was so glad. I was ready for her to do it. I was ready to be really mad about it, but she does not, to her credit.
Yeah. I was thinking, which demon is like possessing him in that moment?
It's unclear. We don't really know. The fight like gets going from there. Dean makes it with lust, which is very in character for Dean.
Oh, but I hate to see it. Like when he kind of gets like touched and gets like taken over.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's icky. It's icky. But like it's less icky because he's doing it on purpose. Like it's not like lust like seduces him. Like he goes in with a plan and it works.
And he gets to make out with lust. So what's the downside?
Pride comes in, and pride seems to be like the biggest sin because like they have an entourage and they like shake the whole ceiling and like break the devil's trap. And Pride tells Sam they've all heard about Sam Winchester, the boy king of hell, which is I think the first time we've heard the phrase boy king of hell. But we're gonna hear it again. Get used to it. It's a time.
Maybe Pride just thinks they're the coolest, and that's why they do the most special effects.
But Sam does not appear to be living up to the hype, and Sam's a prideful guy. Like one of Sam's fatal flaws is arrogance, so he does not take kindly to being called out by Pride. And he does not take kindly to being told he's not living up to the hype. So he goes 3-on-1 with these demons like a crazy person.
Like a Winchester.
Yeah. Dean dunks lust in some holy water, which is very fun. And Sam is losing badly. He's like definitely gonna get killed when Blondie appears with a fun little knife that is killing demons. It's a demon killing knife, which we've never seen before. We have never had a way to kill demons before this. We've only ever been able to send them back to hell or kill them with the colt. Like, and we don't have the colt, so
man, it was so wild when this was like revolutionary.
I mean, we have the colt. We don't have any bullets for the colt. I should clarify. The colt exists. We just don't have any bullets, so it's useless. We can't kill demons with it. But she knows Sam by name, does some slang, and then just like walks out. We got no details about who she is. Just like, you're welcome, bye.
She's just a cool girl, you know, like
she just struts out and we're like, thank you for coming.
Yeah, and that's like the end of the fight basically. We don't really see what Bobby's doing in this fight or Tamara. But
well, I think Bobby he's got
sloth.
No, is it sloth? Yeah.
It was sloth, yeah.
Yeah. In a devil's trap, and he's trying to exercise him there.
I don't remember what Tamara was doing though.
Me either.
She like uses some of that special wood.
Oh yeah, she has the stake thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
and like she stabs Isaac.
Yeah, she fights Isaac, and that's why I didn't put it in my notes because it was so sad.
Yeah. Yep.
Just gonna forget about that. There's tears involved.
But Blondie pieces out and the fight's like over. So Sam and Dean and Bobby are filling a mass grave for the 3 possessed people that Sam and Blondie killed because none of their vessels survived, obviously.
No, because they got stabbed.
Isaac is being burnt separately by Tamara, and Bobby's been exercising everyone else all night, and 2 of them even survived, which is good. That's good.
Which ones survived?
Blondie,
like Lust and
maybe Sloth.
Oh yeah, because he was in the devil's trap.
Yeah, so it must be those 2.
Okay, well, good job, guys.
Bobby has no idea about a demon killing knife. He's like, I didn't think you could do such a thing. And Sam's like, okay, that's cool. And he's like, what else did we let out of there? And they're like, we probably don't want to find out, but I'm sure we will eventually. I'm sure we're going to spend the next several months finding out.
Yeah, it's this show.
Tamara says she'll see them around, and they tell her to be careful.
And then we promptly never see her again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sam, Dean, and Bobby all agree to be on the lookout for other omens, and that they'll like meet up again if they do. And Sam's like, we can win this war, right? And Bobby's like, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm just going to go.
Bobby's like, ooh, yikes.
I don't want to say, no, we can't to my baby.
Look at the puppy eyes of gonna feel like such a jerk if I do it.
To my young son who doesn't know any better.
He's a child.
He's like 23, but
he's a baby.
Still a baby. Bad enough that Dean's gonna die. We don't need to tell Sam that we're also gonna die. Sam's like, I'm gonna go to Louisiana and see some voodoo priestesses about Dean's deal. And Dean's like, I'm dying, that's it. And Sam gets really mad. He's done being nice to Dean if Dean won't even try to be alive, which, I mean, it's been like 6 days. So like Sam really, he lasted 6 days being nice to Dean and that was it.
I'm surprised he lasted that long.
It's a long time
If my sibling was acting like this, I would have hit them.
Yeah, Dean's been obnoxious.
He also, I thought it was funny, like, he's like, I've been so nice, but you know that he's actually just been like, ugh, but not saying anything. Like, he's still kind of being like aggravated.
He's been patient and passive aggressive.
He's been like passive aggressive up until the point where Dean's like, remember that demon deal I made? And then Sam's like, oh, right,